Hi guys, this is Jenny with Jenny Joy Soap, and this is part 3 of making your DIY food wraps. And right now we're at the point where the resin and the beeswax has combined together. It's liquefied. And so the next step in the process is to add 1 tablespoon of jojoba oil to the container, and then to stir this together and blend it. And because I chose to use a recycled bottle that was taller to mix everything together with, I realized that in order to be able to brush it onto the fabric, it was probably going to be better for me to use a smaller container. So I've grabbed a little jelly jar that I had in the pantry, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer the liquids from this container to the other one, so it makes it a little bit easier. So as I said before, you can obviously keep these containers and mark them so that you'll know for the next time you want to make these, or you can actually use these same containers for making any of your DIY salves with the resin. If you are interested in doing that, we have other videos available as well. And so, needless to say, nothing really gets wasted. You'll just be able to recycle it again. So I'm going to go ahead and take this container out right now, and I'm just going to place it on top of this towel. And we can go ahead and just turn the heat down to low on the pot so that in case we need to reheat the liquid again a second time, because once it cools down, it does become relatively sticky and it firms up. I'm just going to go ahead and place the chopstick over here for now. There's a small amount of beeswax I noticed left in the bottom of the container, so I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the water for another minute or two, and we'll stir it. See if we can't get that melted up. And then I also wanted to let you know that all of these instructions that we're talking about today can be found on the internet through multiple websites. Also, you can find information about this process in a book called The Beeswax Workshop. It's written by Chris Dalziel. It's D-A-L-Z-I-E-L. I'll put notes about that down below in a link. And she gives step-by-step directions there about how to do the process and the temperature on the oven, which I'm not sure if I mentioned. It should be around 225. And so, looks like now we're at a point where we can transfer the liquid again. So I'm going to go ahead and take the resin out. Make sure you take the chopstick and put it on the parchment paper or something that it won't get ruined on. As I stated before, it would probably be a great idea to have some kind of a newspaper laid down for this process. It will come off the countertop. You might need to use a straight edge blade or something, a razor, to get it off, but generally speaking, it's just sticky stuff. So we're going to go ahead and take the parchment paper lined tray and the fabric, and I'm going to take my little paintbrush and dip it inside, and we're just going to begin going across all the fabric. And you want to just make sure that it's evenly coated. And you do have to work kind of quickly because the resin, as I said, as it cools, it begins to set up, and it makes it much more difficult to work with. So that's another reason why we're going to leave the bain marie on right now. as we want to be able to reheat that back up again if we need it. And we're going to make sure we cover all the edges. There's lots of great ideas on the internet about things to make with the resin, so I don't think there's any shortage. If you have any questions about how to use it, feel free to send us a message and we'll try to help you to the best of our abilities with regards to that. And just to try to expedite things, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up while I'm not videoing and place it in the oven for 8 minutes, and then we'll take it out and take a look at it and see what needs to be done in the next step to be able to make sure that everything is complete. So we will see you back in a few minutes.